welcome back to my channel. This is Time for Tea 144. If you're new here, my name is Monse, and if you're returning, like always, you're a real one. I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate all of you for being here. So I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a really sad energy. Like I already want to start crying. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm picking up on somebody's sad energy or I don't have a reason to feel sad. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have like I don't know, guys. I don't feel like I have anything I don't have anything going on that should make me feel sad. I just saw a reading of Intuitive Kev here on YouTube. His reading, like he even started crying at the end. He got so vulnerable of saying, how hard it was, or how hard it is leading, or how hard it was leading up to like his spiritual awakening, his very first spiritual awakening, And I can definitely resonate with him because he says in his video, right, that he was being spiritually attacked by like left and right, basically left and right. Like everywhere he turned, he was being spiritually attacked, and it was the people's closest to him, the person that he thought was the love of his life. I don't know, family members, best friends, close friends, friends in your circle, people that you saw every day and things like that. And to find out that those people that you trusted the most are the ones attacking you in every which way possible, physically, verbally, spiritually, like in every which way possible. And he said something that as soon as he said it, maybe that's why I feel so emotional. Hold on. Maybe that's why I feel so emotional because I just lost my train of thought. Nobody wants me. They don't want me to talk about this. Yes, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways. Finding out that the people that were closest to him were the ones attacking him. It hit him like a ton of bricks. And so he said like finding that out was hard. And maybe that's the reason why I feel 333. Maybe that's the reason why I feel the way I feel, because as soon as he said it, I immediately started crying before he even finished his story. Oh, I thank you, Spirit. Hold on, let me get my soundboard. Thank you, Spirit. He said that he felt like he was losing his shit, like he was losing his mind. Like he's like, I felt like I was really going insane. And when he said that, he started crying. I was already crying listening to his story, because that's literally how my spiritual awakening happened. Thanks to readings like his and Maji Got the Tea here on YouTube and Linda Like Tarot, like thanks to them is how I'm 444. It's how I'm finding out, and obviously paying attention to my own intuition, like listening to those readings and me putting those readings and how it works in how it resonates with me putting my own pieces to the puzzle together. They're giving me like, it's almost like they're giving me the playbook, right? And from that playbook, I take what resonates with me and what puzzle piece goes where. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not all for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but him opening up like that and finding out, you know, that, and he even said it, and I was like, oh my God, he said it, right? That he used to be one of those people like, oh, if I see it, I'll believe it. If not, then whatever. Like, he didn't believe in God. He didn't believe in spiritual attacks, black magic. He didn't believe in none of that until he had that experience that he thought he was really losing his mind. And he said he was in the kitchen. And he said, right, if there is a God, like, I need you. I need you now. Which is so crazy. Because I've said it here on my channel before. I have an altar, spirit. I have an altar, you know, and in my altar, I just have like past family members. I have Yemaya on my altar. I have dolphins. I dream with dolphins a lot. So I have dolphins in my altar and just a white candle, you know. And it's in my kitchen. It's in the very, like, it's like I'm in my kitchen now and I can see it from here. It's in my kitchen. And I went up to my altar and I got on my knees. And I was like wailing damn near of how much I was crying, that I was like losing my shit. Hold on. I'm bad. This is probably gonna happen throughout the whole video. Cause he inspired me to do this. He inspired me. So shout out to him. Thank you. Because, you know, when you're having that spiritual awakening, you really think, excuse me, tú, Mateo. When you're going through this situation, you think you're alone. You know, you feel alone. You feel like you have absolutely nobody. And to listen to his story, you know, just, it put me back in that place. And, you know, at the moment I'm thinking, like, I didn't know who he was yet. I didn't know the three influencers that I just mentioned. I didn't know who they were yet when I was having my spiritual awakening. I didn't know who they were yet. I was listening to tarot, but I switched it. I switched the tarot readings to like energy reads. Is that, you know, I don't know what you would call it, because I know they do, all three of them do the tarot as well, you know, but I wasn't listening to just tarot. I don't know what made me switch, but I switched it. And so all the tarot reads, and I kept listening in the tarots that they were saying like that I wasn't paying attention, and I wasn't paying attention. And I was like, holy shit, maybe I need to stop listening to tarot. That's basically what I'm getting from it. So I did. I unsubscribed from every single tarot reader that I was listening to. I switched it around. I completely switched it around. I stopped doing that. I started meditating more. I started praying more. I started waking up like really early. Like I was up by like 6:30 in the morning, starting my day. Even though I really had nothing to do, I would still find something to do just to keep my day afloat. You know? But that day when he said it, like I resonated so much with him. Like I understood exactly what he meant. The only difference is that I believed in God. And I believed in magic. I grew up in it. I grew up in it. I've said it here on my channel many times before. I grew up in it. I grew up 10-10. I grew up in it. I grew up in a very Catholic, right, home, very Catholic, strict home. And then it went from Catholic to Yoruba with the Orichas. I've said it here on my channel before. So that probably would be the only difference between me and or why I resonated so much with his first spiritual awakening, because I know exactly what it feels to feel like you're really losing your mind. And it's because you're getting spiritually attacked from all angles. And then when you go to that person that is your person, your partner, right, that you've chosen to heaven to hold till death do us part. Yes, I married my karmic 1111. I married my karmic partner. You know, I married my karmic partner. I ignored the signs. I didn't see the signs. And again, when there is heavy spell work being done, it's not that you ignore them. It's because there's work being done for you to ignore them. And I'm not saying, oh, so I'm a victim, I didn't mean. No, absolutely not, because we all play our parts. Because at the end of the day, they can't mess with my free will, and I could have not done that, right? But they made it very hard for me to not do it. I'll say that. They made it a little bit more difficult for me to like pick up and go, pick up and leave, choose 12-12, choose something else. Hold on, choose something else. You know, and so when he said I threw myself on my kitchen floor and I cried, hold on, it just makes it harder for you to pick something for yourself, to pick up and go, to say, fuck this, deuces, I'm gone, I'm moving. What, girl? To pick up and go, to move on with your life and leave these motherfuckers behind and all this other shit. Like, it is hard. And so when he broke down and said that if you guys haven't gone over, I suggest go over. If my story is resonating with you after 13 minutes, then I suggest also go over to his channel and check him out, because I definitely understood where he was coming from. Like I said, I always had faith in God. I just never imagined. First of all, I never imagined that my number one enemy, attacker, my number one, like the ringleader, let's say, right, of this whole situation of attacking me spiritually, doing black magic, doing this, trying to swap destiny, like doing everything under the sun. Hold on, was my own mother. My mother. My own mother. And I found that out through these reads. And it made so much sense, because when they started saying it in the reads, I was like, that can't be for me. Like, she don't like me, you know, but I don't think she's trying to, like, off me. I'm like, hold up, she don't like me. She never has. And then I start going back to my childhood. And I think about certain situations that I had as a child. And I'm like, well, no, she's never liked me. And I remember one time, my sister, she kept feeling some type of negative energy, and I had like a couple of dreams, and I would call her and tell her, and she's like, oh, you're like the third person that tells me that they're dreaming with things happening in my home. So she called somebody, she got her house cleaned, whatever, and they threw her the tarot, and they told her in the tarot that my mom was doing magic on her, right? And now thinking about it, I'm like, wow. I even told her, I was like, why would she do magic on you? You're like her favorite, because it is. She's like my younger sister's like the golden child. And I was like, why would she do magic on you? If anything, she'd be doing spell work on me. I said it. It came out of my own mouth. And she said it right after. She was like, I know, because she doesn't like you. She never has. And watch her be involved as well. My sister has separated herself from us for a while now. I haven't seen her, talk to her in like 5 or 6 years. She made the choice to separate herself from her family, right? She has her reasons, whatever. Maybe that was a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? Because again, through these readings, I'm low-key finding out that this family is not my family. And that made sense to me because of how I was treated and then how my siblings were treated. Like I practically was raised with everybody but my mother. I was raised with an aunt. I was raised with my grandma. I was raised with friends of the family. I was raised with the dog, the cat, the bird, the whatever. I was raised with everybody but her. And anytime we were together, we were always bumping heads. We could not get along. We cannot get along. And I would always say, well, like, that's my mom, is the only mom God gave me, so I have to have her back. Because she was always, there was always something. Like, she didn't have a place to live, or she didn't have money for food, or she didn't have food, or she needed help paying her car. Like, she was always low. Always low. And I was the one that she would always come to for help. She wouldn't ask my other siblings. So, you know, now that we're talking about it, right, it makes sense. Why would she ask my other siblings for help when all 3 of them were the ones that were attacking me? You guys see that fly? Huh? You see that fly? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I had already had the sage going, pero ya se apagó. I'm gonna do a little Palo Santo, clear this fucking energy, because people like this don't want to get found out. You know, it's like they work so hard to put on this facade that they're this and that. And like my mom, whew, when I tell you, this lady would always, en el nombre de Dios, y Dios Todopoderoso, San Miguel, like, she would always, I've said it here on my channel that I even bought her like a statue maybe this big, or maybe a little bit bigger, of San Miguel, Archangel Michael. Because she was like, oh, sí, San Miguel here, San Miguel there, blah, 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 da, da, da. And Lord, the Most High, praises to the Most High. And she would go to church even, y'all, okay? I don't know how the fuck she didn't melt when she walked in there. But, yeah. So they pride themselves on having this type of, you know, of people thinking about how great they are and how amazing they are. And no, they're not doing this shit. They go to church. They're at fucking, you know, prayer at 6 in the morning. Absolutely not.
Yo.
Absolutely not. Right? So they work really hard to present themselves a certain way. The same thing like my punk ass ex-husband. You know, the same way. The same thing as him. He's quiet. He's very quiet. He doesn't say anything. You know, unless like you initiate conversation with him, then he'll start the conversation. But even then, it's like very dry. How was your day today? Good. Did you have lunch? Yes. What did you eat? A sandwich? Like, you know, it was very dry. Very dry. And so me at the time, I'm thinking like, oh, well, you know, he's opening up to me and this, that. He must love me. You know, meanwhile, he's in cahoots. No. Meanwhile, he's like in cahoots with my family. And not only that, even if he wasn't in cahoots with my family, he was doing shit on his own. It was always like, oh no, I don't believe in black magic. That's fake. It's not real. And I would really, really believe that. But then after, something inside of me always said it. Like, wait, if your dad dabbles in it, and his dad is like a very, very, very firm believer of La Santa Muerte. He prays to La Santa Muerte. He serves La Santa Muerte. If you don't know who La Santa Muerte is, do your research. Yeah, so he prays to La Santa Muerte and all that. And he's told me about experiences that he's had and things like that, but yet he doesn't believe. So I feel like I've always been this kind of person. Like, if you tell me something, just because I'm quiet or I don't respond to you, it doesn't mean that I believed you. The reason why I don't say anything is because I took a mental note of it. And I come back to it. And that's how I put my pieces to the puzzle together. You know, I didn't, and a lot of the things that he always said to me, I always put a pin in it. Because it just didn't add up. It didn't add up, you know. It didn't add up on, wait a minute. If you said that, then how come this? Or if you said this, then how come that? Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. If I'm asking you this and you're responding with something else, what does that have to do with, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's almost like he tried to, thank you, Spirit. Again, we go back to the same thing where I thought I was losing my mind. Yeah, I would just always put a pin in it. And then I would come back and then I would start putting the pieces to the puzzle together. And so what it almost feels like, and this is what just came to me, that if they were doing spell work to get me to go, you know what I'm saying? Then that just, like, they wanted to create this illusion that I was delusional and I was crazy and I was losing my shit and I was like doing the most and like, oh my God, what kind of person thinks like that? Like, you're crazy for you know what I'm saying? Like, I was the crazy one because I was speaking facts. I was crazy because I was speaking the truth. I was crazy because I was literally hitting the nail on the head every fucking time. And they had an issue with that. They had a problem with that. They tried to break me, but all they did was bend. They tried to break me, but all they did was bend. Because at never once did I lose my faith. At no point in time did I lose my faith. That's why I always thank the Most High. Because even though I might have let go of his hand at one point in time, he didn't let go of mine. And that's the reason why I'm here. It's because of him. Because he didn't let go of me. I let go of him. Whether if it was on purpose or not. the fact of the matter is that I did, right? So at any point in time that I let go of his hand, he never let go of mine. He was still walking right next to me. He was still walking right next to me. Sorry. He was still walking right next to me, even though I let go of his hand. I didn't let go of my faith, right? I didn't let go of my faith, but I did let, like, if we were walking hand in hand together, I let go. And I feel like that's because of no. I'm not even going to put that as an excuse. There's no excuses for why we do what we do. We just do it, and when we realize it, we have to take ownership of it. For whatever reason it was that I made the conscious decision to let go of the Most High's hand, I thank him every single day for not letting go of mine. Because if you would have, I wouldn't be here making this video. I would not. I wouldn't be making this video. There's cruel people in the world. And I know that walking down this path, down this spiritual journey, we come across those people more often than not. And it doesn't get any easier. But being very, very tapped in, staying tapped in, staying aligned, staying in prayer, staying in meditation, staying connected makes the process a little easier. It's like what do they say? Teamwork makes the dream work. That's literally what it is. Because by you doing all those things, then the divine comes in, your ancestors come in and do their part. It's like you guys are working together against these motherfuckers that are just out. There's just people that can't even stand to see you fucking smile. Like, you can't, it's like, how dare you fucking smile? Who the fuck you think you are that you out here smiling and shit? Jealousy and envy. Like, people say, right, oh, she's just jealous, he's just jealous. You just envy my car, my house. You just envy the kind of life I live, blah, blah, blah. But not until now. Not until right now. Meaning, not until this spiritual awakening, I realize what people are capable of due to jealousy and envy. Oh, hold on. Due to jealousy and envy. You know, because somebody gonna be like, damn, his sneakers are dope. That gives off a little bit of jealousy vibes, right? Like, damn, his sneakers are dope. Like, I wish I had a pair. A normal person, I think, says that and moves the fuck on. Right? They don't dwell on the fact about those fucking sneakers and the person that has them and now hates that person because they have the sneakers. You know what I'm saying? A normal motherfucker just says that. Oh, those, you know, his sneakers are dope. Damn. Oh well. And you keep it pushing and you keep going and you keep moving about your day. But these hateful people who 2929 who thrive off of other people's misery. Look, now there's a fucking gnat that thrive off of people's misery and people's heartache and rejoice in people's downfall, people's in people's pain. That is on a whole nother level. I never really thought about just how bad jealousy and envy can be. That a person will go out and do a whole bunch of fucking spell work, magic, start rumors, talk shit, like unbelievable shit about you. Shit that's obviously not even fucking true. Maybe 2 words that come out of their mouth out of 10 are true. You know what I'm saying? Because another thing that I'm a victim of. My mom always told everybody and their mama that I was a whore, that I love to sleep around, that I bed hop, and I'm a husband stealer, and I'm a working girl. Meanwhile, yo girl, before my karmic husband, I was in 2 relationships. One that lasted 4 years and another one that lasted 6. And I had just gotten out of that 6-year relationship when I met my husband. My ex-husband, sorry. Ugh. My ex-husband. That's the type of girl that I am. And I'm a loyal ass bitch. I'm a Virgo. You feel me? Like, fuck out of here. So I got so sick of it that when at first, like, my whole 20s, I was like determined to do whatever I needed to do to make her love me, to get her to love me. Whatever she needed, I gave her. Whatever she wanted, I gave her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was determined. I was like, fuck, she's gonna love me the way she loves my siblings. 222. She's gonna love me the way she loves my siblings. She's gonna take care of me the way she takes care of my siblings. She's gonna do this. She's gonna do that. So I know that if I do for her, then she's gonna eventually come around and then do for me. I'm 41 now. That day never came. And now I know why. And now I understand as well. Well, it doesn't. I don't even think that matters. I was gonna say, like, I understand why now she hates me so much, because I'm not even part of her bloodline. We don't share the same blood, like, at all. So, you know, maybe I thought, well, maybe that's the reason why, then why she decided to, did I just say why like 3 times in a row? That was weird. She did these things to me, right? Because we're not related. But I mean, sometimes that's not even the case. Sometimes you are actually related and these motherfuckers are attacking you left and right. And her being spiritual, because she is spiritual. She is. Unfortunately, she just uses her shit for the dark side, for the wrong person. And I know that that's another thing that she absolutely fucking hates. That she couldn't manipulate me to use my gifts for the dark side. That she couldn't manipulate me into using my gifts for evil. Using my gifts to do harm. Using my gifts to attack. I don't do shit like that. I've never been the kind of person that's like, oh yeah, you gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna fuck around and do that shit 10 times worse to your ass. I've never been that kind of girl. Even when I didn't know what I know now. Even when I didn't know that I was going to be doing what I'm doing now. Even before, like, years behind, before even having a spiritual awakening. I just never been that kind of girl. If motherfuckers did me dirty, pues ya ni modo, they fucking did me dirty. What am I gonna do, right? When I was still in my shadow, don't get me wrong, like, if a motherfucker would try it, I wouldn't even think twice. I never was the kind of girl who would sit there and argue with somebody. I wouldn't give that person the luxury to do that. We'd be fighting. I was a fighter. You know, you would really have to choose your words correctly with me. Choose your words like, you know, come correct. Because I'm going to have to check your ass. And I was always ready to check a bitch. Oh my God. Yeah, I was always ready to do some shit like that. Like with no hesitation. You know what I'm saying? So... And I feel like I lost that. Because now, right, I wouldn't just immediately hit a bitch. Because before I would. I'm not even going to lie. I would immediately hit a bitch. If she just talked crazy out the mouth. Like, if she was just start going crazy out the mouth, like, yeah, it was on sight. Right? But I don't do that no more. But I think even Kev said it, dude, like, motherfuckers be really trying to test the spiritual gangster. And then sometimes we forget the spiritual and go back to the gangster. And so that's facts. Because motherfuckers be out here trying it. But we have to pick our battles. What's worth fighting for and what's not. Not everything has to be... not everything has to be a put this pause on your moments. It don't have to be that every time. It really don't. But
he's not scared. He's happy.
Right now, I've said it here on my channel before, that I know the truth still has to come out. I still have to find out the truth, even though I might know somewhat of the truth because of the readings that I hear. Hearing it in a reading is one thing, right? Because they're doing it collectively. It's for whoever it's for. It's for whoever it resonates with. It's for whoever it touches, right? So if me and you watch the same video, some parts are going to be for me, some parts are going to be for you. So it's almost like a warning of what's to come, of things that you might already know about. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Right? But happening in the 3D, like actually listening, hearing the facts, the truth about whatever it might be for your life.
Hey, Mommy.
Hold on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared. Because, like I said, I've been listening that I'm not part of their family. Right? I'm not part of their bloodline. Like, my mom is not my mom, my dad is not my dad, and my siblings are not my siblings. So then who in the fuck is? Who am I? What am I? Where do I come from? Who is my mama? Who is my daddy? Who is? Who is?
Yeah. Stop. That's cute. You're cute. You're big. Let us happy. You're feel this. Yeah, because let us happy. Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm a little scared. I know I can handle it.
Hi, boy.
I know I can handle it. Because if I fucking handled all this shit that was happening to me before I even had a spiritual awakening, I know that I'm a fucking tough cookie. I am fucking tough as nails. I know that. I know that. I know that, but it's just a little scary. It's a little scary, y'all. And I'm a little scared. Well, no, maybe scared is not the nervous. Thank you, Spirit. Nervous. I'm nervous. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Because there's things that have to come out to the light regardless of if I want them to or not. And I actually want them to. I want to, like, rip off the Band-Aid and just crack that shit open and let everything out. Mask coming off, truth coming out. Whatever needs to be said, that needs to be said. That needs to unveil the whole entire fucking truth. Even if it means that it's going to break my heart of finding out of the people that are involved. Because I can only imagine some of them, right? And I've made my peace with that, with the ones that that I kind of have an idea of who's involved. 111.
Yay! Yeah!
Look at this one came out. It says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." And wasn't I just saying that I was scared? I was just saying that I was scared.
Goodbye.
But yeah.
No.
Wait.
I'm going.
It says, "Your heavenly Father
I'm going
knoweth that you have needs of all these things." And I say that a lot here on my channel. To not throw in the towel. Do not give up. Keep pushing no matter how hard or how difficult things may seem right now. Or you might not see the out of the maze. You might be in a maze that you don't seem to find the way out of it. You will. You will. I promise that you will. You have to keep your faith. He knows. Like, if you think that nobody knows your life but you, he knows. He knows. He knows the truth. He heard things that you didn't hear. He saw things that you didn't see. And he saw things being done that you didn't see being done. And so that's why he says not to worry. He knows what you need. He knows what you require. He knows your situation, even at the moment. Thank you, Spirit. He knows your situation at the moment, and he knows what you need, and he's going to give you what you need to take care of that situation. I'm gonna put, if you guys don't know who he is, I'm gonna see if I can put, I'll link his channel down below so you guys can go check him out. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Again, another card of fear. Do not be afraid. That's why I checked myself when I kept saying I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. No, I'm not fucking scared. I'm not scared. Maybe just a little anxious of finding out the entire truth about my life. Because the whole time I'm like I said, I'm 41. And up until this point, I thought my life was one way. And I feel like I'm about to find out that my life was not that. It's something completely different than what I thought. At least of who I am. Because I know the kind of life I've lived. I know the kind of life I've lived. I know the kind of life I've lived, so maybe that's why sometimes I say, oh, I'm scared, you know, because of the kind of life I've lived. But no, I'm not scared. I don't know if I showed you. I'm not scared. It's just anxiousness of what it is that it's going to be said to me, or what's going to be told to me, or, you know. Because, I mean, the life I've lived, I already lived it, you know. So, obviously, that's not going to change. But, look at the fuck. Maybe of who my real parents are.
Wait.
Maybe there's, I don't know what it is.
Let's see. You did good. Yay.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And I said that right. That I don't attack people. I try. I really fucking try. I would like to say that I am one of those people that have a ridiculously amount of patience. Even with motherfuckers who don't deserve it. So it takes a lot for me to get there. And so I normally always try to do things with love, from the heart, be kind. But like Kevin said, motherfuckers be out here trying to test your spiritual gangster, and you forget the spiritual and you just turn into that gangster. And what do? They get slide. But these motherfuckers gonna get slide by the Most High. I ain't gonna do shit. Because they're about to see just how powerful the Most High is. They're going to see his wrath. They're going to see what he's about. Even if it's people that don't believe he exists, or that he's not real, or he's not, okay. You'll see. That's why I don't do shit. Woo.
No. Go back and home. Now.
It says, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Don't give up, okay?
Yeah.
Please don't give up.
My work is good.
I've been very open about, like, my situation with my family, the kind of life I've lived. I haven't really opened up about a lot, but for the most part of what I have opened up about, I am a true testimony of when you don't lose faith, when you don't lose your towel, when you don't throw in the towel, when you have that faith of a tiny little mustard seed, miraculous things can happen. Miracles happen. Blessings happen.
Daddy!
The Most High comes through for you. Because it's very hard not to throw in the towel when you're broke, have nowhere to live, have no job, being spiritually attacked, being physically attacked, being verbally attacked, being mentally attacked. Like, it's more than enough for a motherfucker to break down and just end up, I don't know, fucking talking to themselves walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than enough to make a motherfucker just, oh my God. Don't do it. Keep your faith. Stay in your faith. You will, if we are 49 minutes in, and if you have resonated with anything I said, do not throw in the towel. I can't stress that enough. Like, I say that on my channel. I feel like every single time I make a video, that is one of the things that I always say. Don't throw in the towel. Keep your faith. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know it's easier said than done, because there's so many things that just keep happening that stop you from moving forward. But those are tests that are being put in front of us just to see how much faith we have in the Most High, how much we believe in the Most High that He is gonna make it, that we are gonna make it through. We believe that. Believe it. Believe it. Nothing is going to stop you. I'm all the way up. I just heard that. There's a lot of Matthew here. The chapter of Matthew in the Bible might be significant because we have, your heavenly Father knows that you have needs of all things. That's Matthew 6:32. And then blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. That's Matthew 5:9. And then well done, thou good and faithful servant is 25:21. Matthew 25:21. And you know my son's name is Mateo, which is basically Matthew, but come unto me, all that you labor and are heavy laden. Y'all be knowing your girl can't be reading this. And I will give you rest. Give all those burdens. I just said that. Thank you, Spirit. I just said that. All those obstacles that you feel that keep getting in your way, instead of throwing that towel, give them all to God. Give them all to God. You're stressed about whatever you're stressed about. 5151, whatever you are stressed about at this moment, give them all to the Most High, because He's going to give you rest. He is going to give you rest. Those things that you are stressing off of, that you can't find a job, or you're whatever it is for you, give them to God. Let's get these angel whispers going. And that's literally what it looks like. Look at them sitting there. And look at him. Stop. Look at him telling Jesus his problems. Do the same. Do the exact same. Pray. Pray. And give Him everything. Give Him every single little thing that burdens you, that stresses you, that takes over your mental. Give it to Him. I've been seeing this angel number a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a whole lot. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. Persistence. It says, keep going. You have completed a task that is in alignment with your soul's journey. Again, keep going. Okay? The divine is telling you now that it is set. What? The divine is letting you know now that it sees you, and that that the divine is letting you know that it sees you, and that all of your persistence is paying off. It's said weird. It's like a tongue twister, y'all. You know that I don't know. The divine is letting you know that it sees you, and that all of your persistence is being paid off. You are being acknowledged. And I be seeing this number all the time. 1234, 1234. Your affirmation, it says, I take steps to stay in alignment with my soul's journey, and I recap the rewards of my persistence.
Alright, stop. This one is too small. It says little try. It will be good. Thank you. Look at this. Huh? And look at this. Now let's go.
1616,
Alright,
willpower.
So we're going back here.
It says, things may feel out of sync and not within your control. The whispers of the divine is asking that you remember that you are being supported, and that you will be, and that you will, and your will is your superpower. Determination is key right now.
Look at the house. Where's the house food? Oh,
Your affirmation, it says, I call on my strength and my willpower to take the lead. I accept and listen to the support of the divine within me. That's giving like, I don't know.
This is my house. No, my home. Go away, my home. Go away, home, mom.
Whatever decisions you make with anything that's going on in your life, stay 10 toes down on that.
Oh, dear.
Don't switch it up for nothing and nobody unless it feels right for you. Unless you think you feel that you, unless you feel you should. Okay? Don't be switching it up just because somebody comes in your ear and tells you some bullshit because they want you to do something different, even though you want to do it a different way, a certain way. No. Stay 10 toes down on that shit. If you said no, is no. At 56, and nobody's gonna come and switch that. Nobody's gonna come and play with your mind to try to get you to say yes to something you already said no about. Okay? No is no. I don't know who needed to hear that. Because this talk about willpower is your superpower. Your willpower is your superpower. It's like nobody can kick you off of that. And no motherfucker's gonna come around talking about, hey, persuade you to do something that you don't want to fucking do. 000, guidance. You have full support of the divine. The guidance you are seeking is here, and your life is moving in the right direction. Espérame. Yeah, and it says, you have full support of the divine. The guidance you are seeking is here, and your life is moving in the right direction. This is the start of a new beginning. Where one cycle ends, a new one begins. I fuck with that so hard right now. Your affirmation is, I trust the magic of a new beginning. I feel the support and the guidance that is all around me. I feel like this goes hand in hand with the one I just said, you know, of like people trying to come in and trying to get you to persuade you to make a different decision than the decision you already made, and get you to have, for you to be thinking something different that it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here. So let's do the angel cards while I shuffle. You guys can ask your questions, and let's get it popping while I shuffle. Even though I already kind of shuffled, but it should give you some time to some time to ask your questions. Okay.
Okay, now we're done. Now we just Daddy. My daddy, you want
Alright.
no. Hey, Mom, turn it off. Yeah.
Let me put the little cards away if you guys are still asking.
Baby, baby. Baby, this is my bedroom. Oh, no, my bedroom. No. Oh, my baby. So, this is a card, Lena. You know the card.
already. So let's get it popping, y'all. You ready? Cause I ready. And I said in my last video that I haven't done a long video. Cause I think it was like an hour and something. But I made a video that was like an hour and 20 minutes almost. It says within the next few weeks. You guys hear that? So within the next few weeks, whatever you ask, that's a confirmation. And now it's done. You guys don't hear it anymore. I don't know if you heard it. For those of you that were able to hear that, that was your confirmation, whatever you asked. Because now it's done. If you believe. Okay. Improving health. Okay. I'm gonna take it. It says big happy changes. I don't even know how that flipped. I didn't even see it flipped. I was like about to start shuffling, but big happy changes. Not the right time. I'm gonna pull one more. Trust is on the bottom of the deck. Opportunity. And it's giving a buku. Alright guys, well, I think that's it. Yeah, so don't throw in the towel, okay? Keep doing what you're doing, because we did have that card, right, that said good job, faithful servant. You know, you've done a really good job, faithful servant. So whatever it is that you're doing the right thing. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. Do not stop, and all good things are going to come. Okay, don't forget to hit the like, comment, share, subscribe. Los quiero mucho. Adiós.